All right, welcome back, Deep Divers. We're diving into the world of Nea Simone today.
Yeah.
And we've got her website and her LinkedIn
Right.
profile all queued up and ready to go.
Okay.
For those of you just joining us,
Yeah.
Nea Simone is an author.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you already know she's a wordsmith, she knows what she's doing, but what makes her work really stand out, that's what we're hoping to uncover today.
Yeah, and I think what's interesting here, just looking at her LinkedIn right off the bat,
Okay.
is this is not just, someone who publishes books and that's it.
Right.
She's really cultivated this whole community around her work. Just look at her LinkedIn. Over 9,000 followers.
9,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not just writing, it's building a world,
Yeah.
right? And her novels, I think, are really at the heart of that.
Yeah, and it seems like Reaching Back is the one that really put her on the map, published back in 2002. And, I mean, it got so much recognition right out of the gate.
Oh, yeah.
Like, original voice of fiction by Borders,
Wow.
featured at Book Expo America, an ALA bestseller. It seems like it just went on and on.
And those aren't just any accolades. That tells you something.
Right.
Right. Being named an original voice, that suggests Simone's work offered something new, a fresh perspective. Likely really resonated with readers who were looking for diverse voices in literature.
That makes a lot of sense. And Reaching Back really is about giving a voice to experiences that I think often go unheard. It's a multi-generational story about African-American women navigating, so many issues, societal issues, family secrets, just the weight of history, the complexities of race and class.
Yeah, definitely about family, but also about that legacy,
Right.
that legacy of resilience that's passed down through generations. That's what it makes me think of, that intersection of like personal experience, but also these broader historical forces at play. That seems to be the core of her work.
Yeah, and it really resonated with people because, Reaching Back was even used as a tool in domestic violence counseling at Grady Hospital.
That's incredible.
That's huge to think that a novel could have that kind of real-world impact.
Right.
It speaks volumes about the power of her storytelling.
Yeah.
To really create meaningful change.
It's amazing, isn't it? That's what's so powerful about literature. It can provide solace, understanding,
Right.
even like a roadmap for healing. It's a mirror to our own lives, but it's also this window into the experiences of others.
Absolutely. Makes you wonder, what is it about these types of stories that resonate with us so deeply? And how did Simone's later work kind of build on that?
Well, she didn't leave readers hanging for long wondering what happened.
Right.
She wrote a sequel to Reaching Back called Reborn.
Okay. Yeah.
That came out in 2004.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Reborn really took off, too. Became a New York Times bestseller,
Wow.
a Hurston Wright nominee, and an Essence magazine bestseller. So clearly struck a chord with readers.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah, it sounds like she had a pretty loyal following who wanted to jump back into that world.
It makes you wonder if they were clamoring for it.
Right.
Like, when's the next one coming out?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's fascinating to see how she builds upon those themes, from Reaching Back and takes the reader deeper into these characters' lives.
Yeah.
And how the past shapes the present, really.
It's like peeling back the layers of history, right?
Exactly.
And uncovering the stories that connect through generations.
Yes, and the story doesn't end there. In 2013, she publishes The Substance of Things, which continues this really powerful family saga.
Wow.
And I don't want to spoil anything, but this installment, delves into the themes of resilience, family bonds, and just the complexities that we face on life's journey.
Wow. So 3 books.
3 books.
Spanning decades of these characters' lives.
Right.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it really is. Not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
To keep readers engaged for that long.
Right.
To create a world that they want to come back to.
Yeah, and then she kind of, I feel like she shifts gears a little bit with her latest book, which is Finding Why ES Your Essential Self. And that was published this year.
This year, okay.
2024.
Wow.
And this one really moves away from those generational stories.
Interesting.
And dives headfirst into like personal growth.
Interesting. It's one thing to write a series, but to go from that to like a whole other genre,
right?
That speaks to, I think, a desire to connect with readers in a different way.
Totally.
Maybe tapping into that that universal kind of yearning
Yeah.
for self-discovery
Yeah, for sure.
and purpose.
Yeah, and I feel like the description of the book on our website really captures that. There was one line that really stuck with me. It
Yeah.
says, open its pages and let Nea Simone's words ignite the within you.
Wow.
Like, talk about a call to action.
It's like she's extending a hand to the reader.
Right.
Like, come with me,
Yeah.
on this journey of self-empowerment,
Totally.
which is
Totally.
a powerful message, especially in a world that's constantly telling us
Right.
who we should be.
Exactly. Exactly. And speaking of powerful messages, I was looking through some of the reader testimonials on her website,
Mhm.
and they are so moving, especially
Mm.
the ones for Reaching Back.
Oh, wow.
And there is one where the reader shared how the book really made them reflect on their own family history and the struggles and the triumphs
Yeah.
of those who came before.
Wow.
Have you gotten a chance to look through any of those?
I have.
Yeah.
And some of them really stopped me in my tracks. It's
Yeah.
incredible. Like one reader talked about the strength of her characters,
Mm.
how they faced adversity with so much like grace and determination, It made them want to do the same in their own lives.
Wow.
Like their stories became this source of like
Yeah.
inspiration for overcoming challenges.
Yeah. It's like their strength becomes your strength in a way.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like that power of seeing yourself reflected in a story.
Mm.
When you connect with characters on that level,
Right.
their resilience, it becomes yours too.
Totally. Totally. And you know what else really struck me about the testimonials?
Yeah.
Was how many people said that Simone's work opened their eye to historical experiences that they didn't know anything about before. Like they were introduced to these new perspectives, these kind of hidden truths, and it broadened their understanding of not only the past but how it shapes the present,
Yeah, and that's what makes her work so impactful, I think. She's not just telling stories to entertain.
Yeah. Right.
She's prompting us to really think critically,
Yes.
confront our own biases,
Yes.
engage with history
Right.
in a way that's more nuanced and meaningful.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's about empathy
Mm-hmm.
and understanding.
It makes you realize there are so many stories out there
For sure.
that we haven't heard.
Yeah.
And so many voices that need to be amplified,
Absolutely.
It's been amazing taking this deep dive into Nea Simone's work.
Yeah.
She's clearly an incredibly gifted writer with a knack for weaving together these personal journeys, these family legacies, and this really insightful social commentary in a way that really resonates,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's not just entertaining us. She's making us think,
Yes.
reflect, connect with our own experiences
Yes.
on a deeper level.
Exactly. Exactly.
It makes you wonder, like, what will her legacy be? How will her work continue to inspire
Yeah.
and challenge readers for generations to come?
What a great question to end on.
Mhm.
Makes you almost want to go back and reread everything
Right.
with a fresh perspective,
Totally, yeah. Look for those, like, hidden layers
Mhm.
and just see how her work connects to your own life.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Well, that about wraps up our deep dive on Nea Simone for this week. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will catch you next time for another deep dive.
See you next time.